Hey, what's up guys? Professor Tom, hope you love this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe and enjoy. Now some of you, if you saw that for the first time, you're going to need more reps. But I'm telling you one thing, like, this technique works so darn well because you can't muscle out of it, you can't pull out of it, you know, there's nothing you can do from this position really to defend when they squish you down. Like if you squish them down, you remain in that guard, okay? So I'm telling you, just practice, 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 and it's very confusing. You have to turn 180 degrees. Then invert and then spin and twist for the finish. That's crazy. Yeah, but if you practice it, it'll become second nature. And then when you do it to your partner, they haven't been doing as many reps as you, I bet. So it means they're gonna be like, what the? Oh, triangle. So when it comes to finishing our triangles, guys, I just wanted to give you a little hack. You know, I spoke about this with some of the gentlemen over there before. When it comes to finishing triangles, a lot of us tend to focus on the wrong things, okay? When it comes to finishing triangles, there's only two things that matter. Posture and hamstring into the neck. Everyone's worried about, does the arm come across? What if he does this? What if he does this? But I'm not worried about any of that. And a lot of the higher level athletes who I've learned from and trained with that love triangles feel similarly to me in this fashion. So let's take a look what I mean. I'm going to borrow you, Melissa, if I could, please. So Melissa's got a really good triangle herself. And if you look at a standard triangle that Melissa would do, she would go one arm in, one arm out. She would come under the thigh, turn, cut, control, and lock. And what are we often looking for? Often, and it's important, it's just not the most important thing. People talking about cutting the angle. People talking about taking out the shoulder. People talking about dorsiflexing our feet, locking the back of our knee over the shin, not grabbing our toes. This is all well and good, but the reality is, to make the triangle work, it's all about Melissa's throat and my right hamstring, okay? That is where the rubber meets the road. Everything else is details. So, I, for instance, could have a perfect triangle lock. I'll even cut an angle here, but right, look, perfect. But see this gap here between her neck and hamstring? If I squeeze, nothing's happening. I can pull her head down, nothing's happening. Because there's no contact point. But look, I've got a perfect triangle, coach. What am I doing wrong? Well, now, if I pull her throat onto my hamstring, and now look, white belt triangle, okay? And I squeeze, right? I get a tap. Why? Because the hamstring was on the throat. Obviously, it would be best to have hamstring on the throat and the lock. But as long as I've got the hamstring throat connection, my legs can look rather crappy and I'll still get my choke, okay? So don't worry always about having a perfect triangle, because if she's got gap here, it doesn't do anything, okay? I wanna make sure I pull her hamstring on and pull her throat onto my hamstring. And now, no matter how I lock my legs, as long as I bring my left thigh in and clamp down, it's gonna work really well on her. Thank you, Mel. So if Mel does one to me, you'll notice what I'm talking about. So I'm a lot larger than Mel, so when she goes to turn, she locks it, and my throat is tightly compressed. But if she got a perfect lock on me, and ignored the throat to hamstring, okay, like this, and now she squeezes as hard as she can, pulls my head down as hard as she can, squeeze, 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 pull, 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 and nothing's happening, because there was no choke here. But now, look, she just, look at that, look at the hamstring, and you can hear, even before she was squeezing, right? So it's all about making that hamstring, see how she opened up her thigh, pulled my head onto the hamstring? That's what makes for the triangle. So like, let's identify the crux point in this. As Mel triangles me, watch her open up her hip, which opens up that hamstring as she pulls my head down onto it. Watch. See here? Right? Again. Very good. So watch how she opens out that hamstring. So she's got one arm in, one arm out. She grabs my head, goes like, look. My throat is on that hamstring.
Okay, so don't be too concerned about how your legs lock and stuff like that. Is it important? Yes. Is it the most important thing? Absolutely not. It's a throat on a hamstring. Okay, even if Mel does a crappy triangle now, but she's got the throat on the hamstring, she squeezes, she'll get a tight choke. I don't know where the feet are locked on my back. If you've got a neat lock here versus here, it makes no difference to the choke on my throat. Make sure you pay attention to the most important factors of any technique. In this case, it was her hamstring and my throat. If you focus on that when you're doing triangles and you pull their head down to control their posture into your hamstring, which creates the choke, you're going to have great triangles no matter if your legs are long, skinny, thick, thin, flexible or not. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, hope you love the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget you can check out thegrapplingacademy.com for more courses. Have fun on the mats. Happy rolling.